Just give me 1 second. I'm getting some coffee. 1 second. You got shit better. Mic check, mic check. Mic check, mic check. Okay, you guys should be able to hear me, but you're probably gonna hear the TV too. We turn the TV down. Let's probably close my son's door as well. Alright. Friends, come back. I'm ready now. This is way too low. Oh, it's not low. It's just there's no sound. Well, not no sound, but the sound is delayed because of online. Tier 29. I get those gloves. It's pretty cool.
Entering safe area.
That new Nemesis, or not new, but that Nemesis thing was kind of cool. I'm probably gonna do that. I don't know. What missions do I have to do? Whatever.
Long time no see.
Completed. Excuse me. Hey, what is good, brother? How you doing? How are you doing, fam? Long time no see for sure. Walter Black. That name doesn't sound too familiar, but I'm sure you've been here before. What the fuck is this? Holy crap! When did I even get this? A house isn't a home until you can defend it? That's crazy. I like that. This gotta have like a crazy. Shooting an enemy with this weapon will apply a mark for 5 seconds. If a marked target is killed, it will give 10% armor repair kit. The kit will not give bonus armor. Okay, so I can keep getting armor. Artist tool. I like these new guns I got. Make sure I don't lose these. Maybe I should put those in the stash. I don't think I'm gonna use those anytime soon, but excuse me. But they look nice. They sound nice. They got cool names. Sorry to the two brothers that was in here when I first started. I hope you guys find your way back in. But I was making some coffee. That's why it was an empty chair. I thought you could hear me though. I was back there in the kitchen talking to myself. Got an Instagram notification. Precision strike. This is a pretty high damage and a pretty high fire rate. Honestly, the highest fire rate damage that I have. Like this has a good damage or more damage, but a much less fire rate. Let me see. I'm not even outside, so I would have to. I'm just gonna put a thing on that. I think I want to keep that. I might get rid of this ACR, even though this ACR has like almost double the fire rate. This game is like an RPG shooter or an MMORPG shooter, except it doesn't have like too many dialogue branches or choices, but like it's heavily dependent on like building, like builds and whatnot. Why do I have this? Why isn't it in my whatchamacallit? I probably keep picking up new ones. I gotta see how this gun shoots. There's a shooting range in here? There is. I think it's downstairs or something. Let me just go outside right here. Make my own shooting range. Poor bastards won't see what's coming. Okay. It's got a pretty good rate of fire. It's definitely not fully auto. Also pretty inaccurate. Also, if you notice, there's no freaking sound right now of the guns because this game is online only. So, there we go. I guess the server has to catch up. It actually shoots about the same as my current weapon, I'm pretty sure. You see? I just like the name. Artist tool, I like that name. Shoots pretty much the same as this. Yeah, shoots about the same. And my current weapon does way more damage, so. Actually, let's see what I can do. Pretty sure ain't really much I can do. Oh wait, isn't this 293? It's a lot of damage, dog. Oh, I must have put on the wrong gun, that's why. Yeah, I did put on the wrong gun. I meant to put on. Where is it? Did I put it in my stash on accident? No, I didn't do that. Maybe I did, because I'm not seeing it. That clearly said 293. Go with this one, though. Where the hell is this 293 that they're talking about? take. Yeah, where is this gun at? Oh. Oh, I think the game is just glitching. It's the gun in my hand, because the gun in my hand is 297. Yeah, that's weird. I don't know why this game is being weird right now. Let me go ahead and put something in my stash. This game is being weird. See, it just changed again. It just changed to 234. But I just had it in my hand and it was 29 something. The damage is what I'm talking about. The damage is what? Is that just a visual glitch or something? Or I'm not confused. Okay, so it says 234, but when I go into my Tinker Station, I go to my rifles, and I look at... First of all, this rifle in my hand shouldn't even be showing up here because... Oh, now it says 230. So it must have just been a visual glitch. But, why is it showing up, though? Because isn't it in my favorites, or is it not in my favorites? It is 100% in my favorites. Do not mark for donation. Mark as favorite. And do I have one in my stash already? Is that what they're showing me? Let me see. See, this is what I'm saying, man. Those online only or online always games, bro, they always have crazy issues. I can get rid of one of these, right? Yeah, I can. St. Elmo's engine. Alright, I'm gonna keep going. We'll probably get rid of one of these too. Okay, so I did pick up a second one. Oh, and here's the 230 that they're talking about that I could take the stability from. But I mean, I don't think I really need to. I'm just gonna mark that as favorite because I don't think I need to get rid of that gun just to take the stability. But we're gonna unmark this and go ahead and put those to trash. I can probably get rid of this. I just like the way it looked. It just looks weird. I've never seen that before. Probably don't need either one of these, honestly. I mean, this is pretty high damage, though. This is even higher damage and a higher fire rate. Damn, I have so much trash in here. Sheesh Louise. 153. How much was this one up here? Oh, there was one up here. 152. Okay. Alright. Go ahead and take it, why not? I don't plan on using that sniper. Even though some of these snipers, I bet if I like maybe tinker with them a little bit, I probably could make a sniper that shoots faster and has like higher stopping power than what I'm currently using. So maybe I'll keep my eye out for another sniper. game is a lot. I gotta figure out how to increase expertise level. Like, what does that even mean? I'm not sure what that means, but I think I'm ready to go. What do I want to do today? I gotta make sure whatever I do, like, I'm not just doing nothing. Complete activities in Federal Triangle. I'll do that. I think I'm in Federal Triangle, right? Is this not Federal Triangle? No, this is the White House. Where is Federal Triangle? Let's find it. I have no fucking idea where the Federal Triangle is. Oh, there it is. Okay, so I gotta complete activities here, so we'll just make our way over here. Maybe I'll take this control point on the way. Can I fast travel anywhere? I guess I could just fast travel here. But then where am I gonna go? Fast travel here, and then I'll just take this area. That's fine. That's fine. Oh yeah, but expertise level. Let me see how I increase that.
I get a lot right. If we go over to this account, we can see that I'm currently expertise 11. And a lot of you guys know that I am expertise 23 on my main account. Well, if you notice, this account only has 528 shade levels, but the expertise level is 11. So a lot of you guys ask me the biggest.
So first of all, I could donate items toward my expertise level. So I'm gonna stop just deconstructing them. I didn't know that. I noticed there was a donate option. I just had no fucking idea what it meant. But now I understand. So that's one thing I'm gonna do. I know that's not like everything I need to know about expertise level yet, but that's one thing that I definitely could do differently right off the rip. How does this look for you guys right now? I hope it doesn't look really bad. I just know this game looks kind of iffy on live whenever it gets dark, so I apologize. Something about this game's lighting and the HDR is like really messed up, like apparently for everyone. So you need HDR settings to like see correctly in this game, but HDR settings don't display correctly via live streams, to put it as simply as I can. So that's why like it looks like really nice. This game is like mad funky, like clearly anyway. I'm telling you, dude, like online only games are like the worst thing in the world. Like video game code is already way too like. I'm gonna turn this down because you probably can hear like a really bad echo. Video game code is already way too like unstable to be like online only. Yeah. I wonder if I can even get this gun to damage level or damage output of 290k. That'd be awesome, honestly. If I can get this gun to like, what? If I can get this gun to do a damage output of 500k, I could probably kill people in 2 shots with this gun. A tank shield build.
Incoming hostiles detected.
Limited to shotguns, and I think they added the rifles previously. The shotguns, rifles, shotgun does a million damage. The marksman rifle or sniper rifle I have does 600k damage, 500k. And the rifle is 230k. So of course the shotgun is my highest damage output, which is, you know, it definitely is my strongest weapon for sure. But close range, I don't have armor. But for a million damage, it definitely does take more bullets than it is. Like, you would think that's like
Is that it?
damage. Like, I'm just
Thank God.
dropping
Hell
like fire.
yes!
Actually, I should do this bounty because I have to do stuff in this area anyways. So this bounty will count towards that, I'm sure. And the control point isn't going anywhere, so we'll do the bounty and we'll do the control point right after. I think I might switch to my sniper. I could have just bink, bink.
Target near you.
I heard they got a new one in this or in development. They just got a, this game, the first one I honestly might argue is definitely like better than this. Like I would argue, like this game is a lot bigger, like a lot more content for sure. But the first game I feel like was just more, just better put together. If that makes sense. But I don't know. I could be wrong. I could be looking at it with my clothes and glasses or whatever.
Hostile control
I
point
played
nearby.
the first one, like I put a lot of hours in that game. That's like a sleeper game in my library, like a game you don't even realize, but I've easily put in probably 80 hours into this one. I think this game already I got 40 or 70 hours played. Which is, but this game's been out for a while too. So it's not, you know, not too surprising. Not too surprising at all. I do wish that there were more games kind of similar to this. There are kind of, but not really. Like the Division, like, is the only game that gives you this kind of looter shooter feeling. But it's just, it's not, you know, it's not fine tuned like it could be. And again, I think it's just because it's all online only, online always. Those kind of games are just the worst. Probably run so much clearer, it runs so much smoother. Offline, and then not to mention, like, I don't even like go into the dark zone or play with anyone at all. Like I play with by myself in the regular areas at all times. So it's like to lose out on like fidelity and frame rate and all that other stuff just to be online when you don't even use the online component. It's so frustrating. I couldn't even imagine like, I couldn't imagine them being like less expensive. I don't see how they could be less expensive because like now you gotta run servers until God knows when, you know, and then that's another thing, you know, like these free-to-play online-only games, you spend hundreds of dollars in microtransactions, and then they shut the servers down a year or two later, and it's just like, you know, you can't even play the game, you know? Like one day they will probably shut down the Division 2 servers, and I will just never be able to play this game. Or maybe they'll make it available offline somehow, and it'll be instantly better. Call of Duty should have some type of, like Call of Duty's Warzone was like, it's cool, but I think it should be more, I mean, I guess this is boring though. Like, this is kind of boring, like just looting around like for garbage. That is kind of boring. But this is more akin to how like a situation like Warzone would be as opposed to Call of Duty. Like it wouldn't be dudes sliding around. I mean, you know. This is has its like quirkiness too, but It just wouldn't be like where like little factions and looters and I always say in Call of Duty, like, it's finding me, like, they're all, like, and this is just, like, a small continuity thing that's, like,
That's
like,
your target.
they're all here to kill each other, you know, landing in a war zone, and they're jumping off of the same plane. It's like, dog, like, just fucking kill each other, like, get it over with. It would make a lot of sense if everyone infiltrated into the war zone differently. Or if there was like 4 or 5 different infiltration points, kind of like how DMZ was. Like DMZ is a lot more akin to how, or a lot more like this. And dare I say, that's like, I enjoy DMZ a lot. I understand why some people wouldn't, because it's a much slower paced, much less action based, much more loot based, and it's not like the loot is really of any real value, like it's just literally just knickknacks and garbage. It's like I get it, but DMZ was definitely for me, like I prefer DMZ so much more than Warzone, so much more, because it just, you know, it's nice to have that option to just have something to do outside of chasing after people to kill them, and it, you know, it feels more realistic, or more, what's the word? Enthralled, but you're more immersed into the gameplay, in my opinion. But I think they are bringing DMZ back. I think, if I'm not mistaken, it's coming back. Not in the next Call of Duty, because the next Call of Duty is it actually might be the next one, but the next one is Black Ops, so it might not be. Where is this? I know it's above me, but how do I go up? Like, I'm running around. Pretty sure I went that way. Hell, this is annoying. Stairs, but it doesn't stop that. What was that? A day before, or whatever. Like that game, when I saw the trailer for that game, I was so excited. I was like, oh my god, if they really make this, like this game would be everything I ever asked for in a video game. Like I definitely love the idea of like going in solo with a character, like DMZ. Like DMZ is like the perfect kind of gameplay in my opinion. I just think it's mad boring, and there's not really a lot of people that play DayZ, so you're not gonna get like big lobbies. You're gonna get like small, well, they're not even lobbies or servers, so it's like you can just choose a big lobby or server if you want. But I like the idea of DMZ's gameplay. It's just DMZ's gameplay and execution doesn't really translate that well, but I think it has a lot more to do with just the actual gameplay. Like DMZ is mad like clunky, which adds to the charm, but it also doesn't make for the best gameplay. Where the fuck am I supposed to be going? This is my least favorite thing about the Division. Like they'll have you running around in circles, no help whatsoever, and then like sometimes they'll have like the little directional line that tells you where to go, but it'll lead you straight to a fucking wall. That's frustrating. Yeah, DayZ has like the perfect kind of gameplay for me, like real survival horror gameplay. It's just way too clunky, and you gotta really like, it's a learning curve, whereas Call of Duty, Ghost Recon, the Division, like they're basically the same mechanics as far as shooting and surviving are concerned. But DayZ, you gotta learn. It just feels different. Everything's different. DayZ is probably the most unforgiving and most realistic survival horror video game probably out there. Okay, so where am I supposed to be going? Can anyone tell me? Like, what am I even supposed to be in this building? Actually, I'm gonna. Oh, I can't. I see that you're above us. How do I get stairs? And I bet, you know, I bet it's literally one of these doors, but I have to walk up to the door and then get really close to it to see the press square to open option. So I'm just running past assuming all these doors are completely closed. Here's the exit. Again, maybe I can only get what I need to get from the outside. No way in hell. I think this mission wasn't timed. There's like so much going on upstairs and there's literally no indication of how I'm supposed to get up there. This is so fucking frustrating. This isn't just an indication of it. Lower level. So I'm on the ground level. Okay, how do I get upstairs from the ground level? Is the red part supposed to be like the stairs? If that's the case, then I'm pretty sure I'm in the blue part. So I would go forward and then to the right, and there should be some stairs. Is that what you're saying? No, this is like a foyer or something. Okay, but where's the upstairs, dog? Like, I'm getting stressed. Is that it right here? Let's just leave right here. That map was like the best chance I had just now. Like, it's sad to say, but I gotta go back to that map. Try this though. This is the biggest waste of time ever. See, like, this is not made for good gameplay. Granted, if this was DMZ, or excuse me, if this was DayZ, like, I would be just as lost. There would be no way. There wouldn't even be symbols to tell me that there was someone upstairs from me. There wouldn't even be a mission objective. I would have to damn near create the mission objective myself. Authorized personnel only. Okay, this has got to be in the right direction. I was already here. I really don't get it. Is that could ever be? I've been this way. Here's the map. Okay. How do I even get to the lower level for that matter? Then this way. Ground level? I definitely did this right. Archive. Can I use this fucking elevator? No. The archives are kind of cool looking. Thanks, I guess. The map would be great. Another map. I already know that down here isn't supposed to go or be, and it definitely wouldn't have its stairs from the vault to up. That doesn't make sense. Then someone would just have access to the vault. Oh, it looks like they do have that. So, look at that. Who'd have fucking thought? Big dog. Yo, big dog. Yo, big dog.
We got the target. Nice.
Okay, reloading. On reloading. Now you get going in. I'm gonna start making Warzone rap songs. I can make the best like gamer rap music. back door here the whole time, so like I actually could have gotten here from the outside. And I just went around the building. Interesting.
Agent, West End is under attack. Thank you for keeping us safe, Agent.
So they've gotten to the vault from inside of this monumental building or some sort. Interesting. I just wish when I was streaming from my game that I could like switch between games without it ending the stream. Because I actually kind of want to play Warzone now. I probably would have more fun playing that. Once I get PSN again, I'm gonna start going into the DMZ or the DMZ in this game, because that's the rest of the game. I've almost done all I can do. I feel like in this main part of the game outside of the new DLCs. So like my character in this game right now is level 100, but his PvP level is like 7, so it's time. It's definitely time. I remember back in the day when PSN would like, it wouldn't necessarily affect games that had their own like designated hub. Like if you didn't have PSN, you could still play like Rockstar games online, and you could still play Ubisoft games online because they had their own designated hubs. But I don't know when they stopped doing that, but we no longer can do that. I remember I used to play but it's basically a point where I can go into the DMZ zone without PlayStation Network. Like I'm also almost certain I used to be able to play GTA Online without PlayStation Network. Like I'm almost certain. That could be wrong though. The only problem is like there's such a like skill gap in the DMZ zones, and I guess there's so few players on here, or there's so little skill-based matchmaking in this game that like you'll go in the DMZ at my level 7, and there'll be people in the DMZ who are like level 300, and like quite literally your bullets won't do it. You're literally just passed out trying to decide at least that's how it feels or felt the last time I went to the DMZ. That's why I just never went to the DMZ because of this. There's a huge skill gap between someone who's level 7 and someone who's level 300, and there's no way for me to avoid like people who are that level if I go to the DMZ. Even though I'm pretty sure there's people who would like instances of the DMZ too. But I don't know, I'm willing to give it another go. All through. But I also have shit all the game too, like
Hostile detected.
this is the only way for me to get better equipment for my build is to have that to either go into the DMZ zone or to just increase the world difficulty, I think. But I build right now, man. I mean,
Get away from me!
Immediate medical assistance
not a walk
needed.
in the park, but it's hard to go double. It's not a walk in the park, but I'm very confident. I don't know what in the game specifically that I should be looking for. Like I know they have like certain like legendary loot that like it's like freaking the Mewtwo or the Pikachu in the game. Like everyone's trying to get it. You can get it from these locations type stuff, but again, I don't do the PvP in this game that much, so like it really doesn't matter. And I'm pretty sure you also set this game so that I'm pretty sure I could set it so that the gun's levels and like
Detecting additional hostile contacts.
attributes don't even matter. Like all that matters is just the damage, but the damage isn't based on like level or anything. Or something like that. I think I made that out for it to be. GTA
hostile
Online a little bit
detected.
right now. I'm definitely excited to play that game. I'm gonna start working. But I was gonna say by the time the new GTA comes out, I was hoping to have it. So the PC version of Grand Theft Auto doesn't come out until a year later. So I still gotta get a PS5, which I'm excited to do. But I'm definitely gonna do that. I don't know if it'll be this year. It might be January when I get it. But I'm definitely gonna get it. Now that I got my own apartment, and I don't plan on leaving anytime soon. As soon as I just get everything squared away, I'm gonna, you know, do what I've been promising, which is focusing heavy on streaming. I don't got nothing holding me back. Or I shouldn't have anything holding me back, really. What's up? Good morning. Or good afternoon. How you doing, buddy? Oh, not too good. Not too good. What you need? What's the matter, that dude? Huh?
I'll cover you.
Okay, let me just let Papa shoot these bad guys and pick you up, or I'll use maple sauce. I want some maple sauce. Oh man, I wish I was a little hungrier, then I could start warming up these tacos for us, but you ain't got no shirt. You took off your shirt. You just walking around with a diaper. Just you in the diaper against the world, right? Well, I guess I was in the diaper. Bump, bump, beat 'em, bump, bump, beat 'em, bump, 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 beat 'em, bump, bump, beat 'em, bump, 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 beat 'em, bump, bump, beat 'em, bump.
America is dead. It's survival of the fittest. The hyenas are the fittest. We are kings and queens of this new jungle.
Sorry, chat. I'm over here yawning. Peekaboo. You know a game's kind of boring when you like yawning, like to the gameplay. But this is kind of like my kind of speed though. I love this game late at night.
Look where we are now. Our city. And we're not letting anyone take it away from us.
Sipping on something, smoking a J or something. Ecosystem or whatever.
Access key detected.
Whole like root build system that you gotta understand.
Progress
Play Daisy
halted.
after this, honestly. Daisy, like,
Manual override required.
Daisy is fun, but I think Daisy is
Progress
like,
resumed.
you really need to play with people, and like the role play, I think would be a lot more fun if more people like knew about Daisy. Which is again, Daisy is just too clunky. It just feels way too that would be like it is a cult classic, but for it to never be like a mainstream hit, it would feel better. But I love the idea of like having to actually put
Manual override required.
like actually reload ammo into the magazine and place the magazine to your gun. I love it. certain things and take them off, etc. I like this game add that type of realism, like taking on and off sunglasses to block sun rays and night vision and stuff like that. I really enjoy DayZ for that, but again, it's just the gunplay.
I hear some you were thinking about femininity and kissing the shiny white ass of Natalia Sokolova. Like, I get it.
That's another one. Like, DayZ probably could have really benefited from a really strong narrative element. Like, if it would have had a really strong single-player narrative to go along with the game, I think that would have helped it a lot. It probably would have just added to the whole world itself. Like, I know there's, like, some story or lore, but I don't know it. And the game doesn't tell you it. You just gotta figure it out. That new Brooklyn DLC for this game, I bet is pretty dope. I have the New York City version, or the New York City DLC, or Manhattan DLC rather. I have that. I wish I had the Brooklyn one. I'm gonna definitely probably get that. I think it's like $14 or something. But definitely I'm gonna most likely get that because it's nice to see like places that you've been. It's really cool seeing them in video games. Like that's like one of my favorite things about video games. And it's definitely something that I enjoyed in the first division. But I forget where the first division was located because it wasn't in New York, I don't think. I want to say it was in San Francisco, I think. But I could be wrong. I feel like there was a division that was definitely in New York. And I don't know if it was talking about the Jersey version. I feel there's definitely a division that was in New York. I went to Case University. Maybe I'm thinking about the Spider-Man game. I think I'm thinking of the Spider-Man game, but I did find Case University. I tried right next to the Brooklyn Bridge. So right next to the start of the Brooklyn Bridge, so I found what Case University. Pretty similar.
Incoming hostiles detected.
It's so surreal to do that. Like, I can't wait till they make a video game in like Patterson, New Jersey, or something. Northern New Jersey, but that'd be cool. Like GTA, style game. Fuck yourself! Patterson, Trenton. Get the hell out!
Friendly soldiers down and out.
That'd be good. Like a northern, like, that's, so we can't have all the places in New Jersey, just like the Atlantic City, the beaches, and Trenton, Patterson North, all those Jersey cities. I was thinking, like, I mean, I think that would be a great zombie game. Like, think of Days Gone, except, like, the area that you play on in Days Gone pretty much just northern New Jersey. Maybe I'll play that after this. Just northern New Jersey. That'd be cool. Because I was going to say, like, it wouldn't really be that much fun for, like, a game like Grand Theft Auto or something. I mean, that's all based on the narrative, but, like, the actual environment, like, if you're playing in an environment in a video game, like Grand Theft Auto, you probably want something like New York City. You know, big buildings, a lot of people, huge landmarks, like, that makes more sense. Whereas, like, a post-apocalyptic game might make a little bit more sense in, like, a more rural area. It might, like, you know, that sense of apocalypse and dread might hit a little bit harder if you're just looking at, like, residential cul-de-sacs and stuff, as opposed to a big, decrepit city. Like, cities are almost decrepit and falling apart to begin with, like, on their own, so, like, this New York City or DC, even though I know it's far from DC, it's still, you know, it still has that jungle feel that cities have, so it's not too far off from a city. Whereas, you know, a suburbia doesn't have that jungle feel to it. So when you see the overgrown and the torn down buildings and the decrepitations and whatever,
target is nearby.
Hits a little harder. But it's kind of like the allure of The Last of Us 2, for example. Like, The Last of Us 2 had, or even the first one, had really good set designs like that. Post-apocalyptic suburbia. I think that's a great
Detected.
game
The
setting.
control point in proximity.
Maybe I'll, you know, I think someone should try to get that developed, like a zombie apocalyptic survival horror game similar to like a DayZ or even like this, but set in the area of New Jersey, like northern, southern, and central New Jersey, like Atlantic City, Jersey City, Hoboken, Patterson, Newark, East Orange, you know, Teaneck, Ridgewood, Franklin Lakes, like the more well-known areas as like playable areas. What's in here? Neutralize the target. I didn't even know I was chasing after a bounty. I didn't even realize. I must have picked it up, saving some hostages. Unknowingly. What's this? Shock round. Don't mind if I do. Booyah! 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 Booyah!
Kill you for that.
It's like they didn't even really have a chance, you know? That's how I like it. Booyah! I might switch to challenging difficulty. I'm just kind of waiting until, because right now they can kill me easily. Like if I'm not paying attention, like they could kill me. It's just I have a strong enough gun, and if I'm paying attention, they don't even need a chance to try to kill me. But if they get me in the right kind of corner, I'm fucking screwed. So that's why I haven't put it on challenging yet, because it's gonna increase the amount of enemies. So like my shield doesn't help if I'm surrounded on all angles. So I already have a feeling if I raise that difficulty one more, I'm gonna start getting fucking wrecked. So I'm trying to hopefully. I was definitely just here too. Wasn't I just here? I know it's a different bounty. Definitely.
That's your target.
Maybe it wasn't this exact room. It just looks the same. One day we're gonna get that game that day before was supposed to be. Like one day we're gonna get that. Like the Division is not that far from it. Like the Division is like so close to that game. Except like the Division just has crazy aspects where like to actual wounds and stuff. And there's an actual thing. You can't just take 3 bullets to the chest and walk it off. Like no, if you take 3 bullets to the chest, you might need to give yourself an in-game blood transfusion, and I'm not even making that up. Like you might actually have to give yourself a blood transfusion.
You got the target.
I need to have you guys because it's so dark in here. Project finished. Okay, cool.
Looks like you earned yourself another bounty.
Completed that
Well done.
bounty. Great, and it looks like I did one of the projects too. I think the one that I was chasing after, which was the complete challenges in this area. Oh, so I'm thinking this conflict thing, I think normally it might have like actual players who come in and fight against me, I'm thinking. Or that's how it would normally be if I was online, maybe. Or now I still have to resupply a friendly control point and complete the viewpoint museum mission. Okay. So I will do those things. Head right over here. So I guess the project that I completed was the bounty that I was doing. Yeah, man, one of these days we're gonna get that game, that super ultra realistic survival horror, looter shooter, online game with a strong single player narrative. That's the thing about like games moving toward the future, like they're focused on the wrong things. Like yeah, bring us new innovative technology, but also like bring us bigger games. Like I feel like Grand Theft Auto is the only thing that like is trying to do that. Where like, yeah, you're buying a Grand Theft Auto game, but inside of this Grand Theft Auto game, you're pretty much getting a life simulator or a
Friendly control point detected.
You know, like these kind of looter shooters should be like apocalyptic survival simulators as well as looter shooters.
Got it! Engaging! Hit it! Ah!
You know, I should be able to just, I don't know, like, there should be, for example, there should be a lot more random encounters in this game. But I'm not a fucking game developer, so I say this stuff and then have no idea what it really takes to make a video game. Zadia, can you stop, please? Oh, I can't even look at the stats for that. Sorry about that. I'm looking at these stats. I was looking at the retaliation. That's what I was looking for. Yeah, but I'm not gonna do that right now. I feel like I need to get to here because it looks like there's a lot going on over here. So we're gonna get over here and help these guys out. What we're gonna do. Oh, but I still gotta do that mission. But I don't have to do it right this second. I got time. It's just so much. Oh my god. Like, your character does not move that fast for this to be that much on the map. Like, look at all this shit going on. I guess I'll just start here. I mean, whatever. I will just start here. I never played, I've never played Tarkov, but I've always wanted to play Tarkov. I don't know why I felt like Tarkov might be the experience I was looking for, even though it seems like Tarkov is just like the DMZ version of, you know, this game's demilitarized zone or whatever. Because like in this game's DMZ mode, you go into the demilitarized zone, and there's like special loot in that area, and you're supposed to get the loot and then get out. And when you're trying to get out, it pretty much sends a ping to everyone in the lobby to let them know where you are, and they gotta come and try to like stop you from exfilling. Pretty much like how DMZ was, basically. Same kind of thing. And I'm pretty sure Tarkov is the same thing, but it seems like Tarkov is that mixed with like, what's that shit called? Mixed with it seems like more of a battle arena where like this demilitarized zone is more like Call of Duty, where you can enter it, get your loot, and leave without ever having to do combat.
Detecting additional hostile contacts.
I've always wanted to play Tarkov. Hey, stop doing drugs, kids.
I'm gonna put you on now.
Sorry, guys. I hate breaking off my. Last thing I want is fucking.
You can steal me some real armor.
AI company.
Access key detected.
Out of my birds and use them for the next AI artist or something. This outfit I'm wearing is like a Leon Kennedy outfit. Like it's you can't see it, but oh yeah, see it's RPD, Raccoon City Police Department. But that makes me wonder, like, did they actually do like an undead, like zombie, like event in this game or something? That'd have been cool. Granted though, like some games, the gameplay, like zombies would only be cool in a certain way. Like zombies would only be cool in this game if there was just like a lot of them. Like a lot. And they don't even necessarily have to move that fast per se. They just have to be, there just has to be so many in numbers that it's extremely overwhelming. Then it would be kind of cool in this game with the way that this game is set up and everything. Like you're only ever really overwhelmed if you're playing on the right challenge level, you're only ever really overwhelmed when there's a lot of enemies. Okay, where the fuck am I going?
Detected. Nearby location guarded by hostiles.
Where is this magical downstairs? There's always a magical downstairs that is just impossible to access unless you got the right kind of key and know where to go and all this other stuff. Oh, that's the gear stash. That's actually what I'm looking for. Even though, again, I don't think I'm getting any more good gear. Like, I think I've gotten the best that I could find on this difficulty level that I'm on. I do believe I will have to change the difficulty level. Indubiously. Oh, here it is. Quite the stash you guys got here, huh? Thanks, I suppose. That should have just given me stuff like that. Oh, but wait, no, let me get all my junk. I'm gonna remember, I gotta get all the stuff I can get, and this time I'm gonna donate it to my proficiencies. So I can increase my proficiency level. That's what we're gonna do. Because my Tinker library is all the way up. All this stuff may sound crazy. So pretty much a Tinker library, I'm gonna explain it. So pretty much a Tinker library is like, so like the guns have different like attributes. Like this gun I'm using has like shotgun damage as an attribute, weapon handling as an attribute, and swap speed. And like each gun has different attributes. Like it'll have, instead of swap speed, it might have like range, or instead of range, it might have melee damage. And I basically like take those attributes off of the gun and put it into my library. It'll destroy the gun, but I'll keep the attribute, so if in case I ever want to put that attribute on a different gun, I can. And pretty much I've collected all the attributes that I can collect. So like at this point, unless I find a gun that's distinctly better than one of my guns, there's really no point for me to even pick the guns up unless I'm going to like, you know, deconstruct them. Because if the gun, like if I have all the attributes that I can get and the gun isn't better than mine, then it has nothing to offer me, if that makes sense. Did I do that control point? I guess I did. I'm gonna go ahead and stop that. Wait, is this the area that I'm supposed to? I'm in Federal Triangle right now. Did I complete what I was supposed to be doing in Federal Triangle? No. Resupply friendly control point in Federal Triangle. I'm supposed to be doing that. Because let me not start this mission and totally forget it. So I'm gonna go to this control point and help these guys out. Because there's not even any missions in that other area. There's just a lot going on. This way that I'm streaming right now would be a lot better. The only downside to this is, again, like if I want to switch to another game, it's just going to end the stream, which really sucks. But other than that, like this isn't bad. Like I prefer this than having to worry about my laptop like damn near getting ready to explode because it can't handle streaming.
Yeah, we're
That's another reason why I'm definitely getting a gaming PC. Like getting a laptop when I had the money to get a PC was dumb, even though actually it really wasn't dumb, because in the environment that I was in the place that I was in, like getting a laptop was my best bet. But I just should have never gotten a Mac. Like Macs are cool, don't get me wrong, they're cool, especially if you have an iPhone. But if like you're actually someone who's like a PC gamer or like a tech head and like really into PCs, and like not only that, like they're into like kind of like pushing their PCs to like the furthest extent, if that makes sense, like you just can't do that on a Mac. Like a Mac, there's so many restrictions on everything pertaining to a Mac. Like it really doesn't even make sense having a Mac unless you have another computer as well. Like if I had my Mac, like having a Mac comes in handy when I'm like dealing with my phone. Like I could send shit from my phone straight to my Mac. I could freaking just, the communication between my Mac and my phone is seamless, which is great. But other than that, it's absolutely pointless. Like honestly, absolutely pointless. There's only one control point in this area though. So what do you guys mean? There's literally only one control point. So you're telling me to resupply a control point in the Federal Triangle, which I just did, but there's only one control point in the Federal Triangle, so I'm gonna have to wait until their resources run out again? That's fucking stupid. Alright, I guess I'll do this mission now. This is the mission they're talking about? No, it's this one. Yeah, Viewpoint Museum. We'll walk there. I'll definitely walk there. But yeah, I was playing Skate last night for a little bit. I was like really tired though. I was falling asleep. But they definitely added some nice stuff for the most part. But like, I mean, I can like complain about it though, because like the stuff that they added, none of the stuff that they added is like anything anyone should be excited for unless they weren't expecting a full game, which they weren't expecting. Like the game is a pre-alpha and a beta, so like no one is expecting a full game. But in my opinion, nowadays they just do that as like a trick. Like they'll release the game in pre-alpha, quote unquote, or in beta, quote unquote, to pretty much just pad the life cycle of the game. Like they'll have the full game, but they'll deconstruct it and then provide it to you in different pieces, so that over the lifespan of the game, it could seem like they did so much for the game and they made so many updates. When in all actuality, they just broke the game down into different release cycles, or they broke the game down into a roadmap. Like that's all they did. So instead of you getting a full-fledged game at release, you get fucking, the game with no lighting day 1, and then the game with the right lighting day 2, and then the game with the right lighting, but missing these tricks, and then you get those tricks on day 4, or month 4, or whatever the case may be. Like it's just a trick. Like I don't believe that the developers didn't have the right lighting until the last update. I don't really believe that. I feel like they, not to mention there were so many times in the game where I could see the lighting like glitch in and out. Like especially after they had announced it, there were moments where after they had announced that they were going to be doing a lighting update, there were like moments where the lighting would just glitch in the game to the like updated lighting, and I'm like, oh, so this must be like a preview of what they're talking about. So like, I mean, it's nice that the updates are there, like, but obviously I'm happy they didn't leave the game in the state that it was, but they weren't going to. It's a pre-alpha, and if they did, it would be their loss more than it would have been our loss. So I knew for a fact that was never going to happen, but well, I guess what I'm trying to say is, but it's just nothing that they've done so far is in the direction of where I was hoping they would go with everything. Like, there's still no story mode. It's still online always, and still microtransaction heavy. Even though they did add another new way to get free cosmetics, and the cosmetics themselves having a price tag doesn't matter to me. Like, if you have the money to buy them, then that's fine. So like, some people have the money, some people don't, so I'm not going to be the person to complain because I don't have the money at the moment. I would say my issue with it though is just that shouldn't be my only reason and reward. Like, that just shouldn't be the only reason and reward. There should be other things to work toward, and there should be other things to do. Like, kind of back to what I was saying with this, like Skate should be
taking the Viewpoint Museum away from True Sons will make it a lot harder for them to coordinate their career spread this information.
Like,
all communications
2K
coming in and out of the
is a
building
basketball
will be
game,
controlled from the
yes,
production
but it
studio at the
also
top floor.
doubles as like
So you'll need to find it and secure it.
NBA player, from rags to riches simulator type thing. Like, that's what it doubles as, and with that you get a lot of extra stuff just because, like, in itself, the road of a amateur basketball player to a professional basketball player, like, that road is paved with a lot of things other than just playing basketball. So like, that's why, like, Grand Theft Auto, you can, play darts, you can play pool, you can, arm wrestle, even though those things are like kind of frivolous and minuscule in scale to like the game itself, like, or to the life of a criminal, but it understands the concept or the idea that there's a lot more to being a criminal than just doing grind. Like, you live a life as well. Like, you live a life when you're a criminal, just like you would live a life even in an apocalypse like this. Like, you would still have to eat, you would still have to sleep, you would still have to shit, you would still have to change, like, clothes, or risk infection and stuff. Like, skate should have, like in today's world, there's no reason why your game should just be, or at least in the scale sense. Like, indie games, like small scale indie games are the exception, because like there's still a niche for video games that are just video games and not like life simulators. But in today's big old day and age, if you're like the pinnacle of a game type, or not the pinnacle, but just the bar of a game genre, then you should be more than likely incorporating aspects of a life simulator into your game based on the lifestyle that your game would represent. So like Skate, there's no game like Skate. Like there's Tony Hawk, yeah, but there's no game like Skate. Like Skate is the only skate game of its kind with mechanics, and it was when it, you know, the first two, one, two, and three, like they were the first skateboarding games that gave you like a narrative-based career mode where you had to go from a amateur skater to a pro skater. Like no video game has ever done that before. Like that was literally, like Tony Hawk kind of does it, but it does it in a very like whimsical fantasy type of way. Like Skate did it in a very grounded, like, no, this is how you would actually do it. You would film skate parts, and you would go and try your best to get sick, you know, photographs while skating, and you would send them around to companies, and then hopefully you would, you know, get your placement wherever you land or whatever. And like that's what the skate games used to provide, like narratively. And they completely just took that out. Like that's not even a thing in the new skate game. And it's like they had such the opportunity of building on that, and then from there they could have built off of that and then used like the nuances of that to just create more things to do in the game. So then now, just by circumstance, you have this huge game, you know, that's like a one of its kind, with the branding of something that people have been asking for like decades. Like I feel like, man, they dropped the ball on that. Like I don't know, again, I'm not a game developer nor a marketing guy or anything like that. Like as far as games, like I don't really know. I just have like a feeling about what I think how I think it should be, and I definitely stand by that. That like Skate should have done that, and you know, Skate might be successful, but dare I say, someday there will be a skateboarding game that does exactly that, that focuses on the narrative and the journey of being just a regular street skater kid who becomes a pro skater, and how, you know, how magical of an experience that could be. In the way that it's like, you know, how basketball could be. Like you could just be shooting, you know, in your school's playground, and somebody could see you and just, I don't fucking know, but you know. But yeah, wish Skateboard did that. Ooh, that military gun is, I needed that. That's good. It's like, it looks like it has more damage than the one that I already have, which is great. But yeah, that's what it definitely needs. But I don't think it'll ever add that. So like, I'm just like, whatever. I'm over it. Like, I'm just assuming at some point someone will do that, because it's just, it's like, think about it. Every sports game, whether it's wrestling, whether it's Madden, whether it's 2K, whether it's even racing games, they all have that designated game in the franchise that provides like the grind or journey of you navigating the landscape of that what's it called, of that industry, you know? Spread out. Like you navigating the basketball industry, or you navigating the football industry, or the baseball industry. Like all of them have that, and it gets really, really fleshed out. Even boxing has that. It gets really fleshed out. You're like, you're picking like your matches, and you're like, it gets really fleshed out, you know. And you could do that with skateboarding. Like there's a more than enough content, more than enough skaters, more than enough brands, more than enough narratives in skating to create that like my skater, my career narrative in a skateboarding game. Like, again, I think skate would have benefited so much from that because not everyone
Electromagnetic charge
has
detected.
like or sees value in doing huge fantasy stunts on a skateboard with random people. Like that's like the way that skate is right now, like it's just for content creators. Like it's for people who want to do a big stunt and who isn't really focused on what makes a game fun or engaging, and they're more so focused on what they could get out of the game, almost monetarily, because you know content creators are making money these days off of the content that they create. Like I feel like skate, the developers saw like the niche demographic that kept Skate 3 alive, and then they kind of pretty much created a skate game that centers around that, but they made it seem like it didn't. Like they made it seem like, oh, you can play this skate game too if you just wanted to play a skate game, and that's true. But the real meat and potato with the new skate game is freaking grinding on the side of buildings and diving in from the sky and all this crazy stuff. Like that's where the real, you know, fun comes in when you're playing the game, not when you're doing like grounded tricks. Unfortunately. But if you would have catered to the other side by actually creating that narrative where like in the narrative you navigate the skateboarding industry and try to make your way up as a amateur to a pro, and maybe even create your own skate company or skate brand like you did in the previous games, like if they would have taken that approach and forced it to be grounded, like forced it so that like you really couldn't, like I mean you could try, but like in the narrative moments like they kind of forced it to be grounded a little bit. Like I think that would have been the perfect way to cater to everyone, because then it's like, okay, if you want that big grand scale skateboarding thing, then just go ahead and play the game online, and you got just that. But if you want that grounded skateboard narrative, offline narrative, then go ahead and play the story mode and get that. Again, I'm not a developer, so I don't know. Maybe it's coming down the pipelines. I don't think so though. I think what's coming down the pipelines in the skate game right now are just going to be, you know, maybe a few more graphical tweaks maybe, but mainly we're going to get some of the missing skate mechanics, like the dark patch and the different types of vert grabs, hopefully. And then we're going to get new locations. Like they're going to finally unlock the one that's locked, and I guess they'll probably add stuff to it. Maybe they'll open up that stadium, and that stadium will probably double as like where the X Games is, because like you know how X Games has like giant indoor skate park usually for X Games. They'll probably put like an X Games type thing inside of that stadium area and the locked off area. They'll probably do that, and they'll add a few little things around like they did in the rest of the map, so that when they unlock it for us, it's not, because like you can go to the area, it just has a lock on the map, but you can go to it. So like there would be nothing new unless they add new stuff. So I think that would be the next thing they add. And I do think that in the future we're gonna get new areas entirely. It's either gonna be connected via the bridge. They're either gonna connect an area via the bridge, or they're gonna just give you another area that you have to like either fast travel to or access via the main menu at the very beginning of the game. I do think that that's kind of like, you know, like that's usually how live for service online games work. That like they usually add on to it by giving us, you know, of course, new cosmetics throughout, but also just new areas and locations. I think that's what they're gonna do. I don't think too many new gameplay changes are gonna be made, but I still stand by an offline standalone narrative, and I also think like an offline hub, like an apartment building or like a home of sorts that you can build a skate park in the back of. I think that's necessary too, but I don't think it'll ever come. I don't think it'll ever come.
That must have been Wade. Would have been nice to bag him, but he's not your primary objective. Get to the TV studio and get these
Especially
guys
because
off the air for good.
the most vocal people playing the game, they don't seem to like want too many changes themselves. You know, and developers and publishers aren't going to make any changes unless the vocal people are vocal. And most people like try to like shit on me for my opinions about the new skate game. They're just like, oh, just play the game, it's free. Like, dog, I didn't ask for a new skate game. I never asked for that. I would have gladly paid for the game if you would have given me a full-fledged AAA game. And never once did I ever say to myself, I hope they make a new skate game. I hope it's free and online only. I've never said that ever. Stay here. Stop, please. Please stop. Please. You're about to just knock stuff over. I understand you're curious, but you might hurt yourself in the process. Thank you, buddy. Thank you. Who says gentle parenting doesn't work?
Look for the transmission control module. It handles all communications going in and out of viewpoint. If you reset it, you'll lock out the True Sons and we can take over the channels.
All day today, probably. I'm trying to get in the mood. I had to eat at least. I probably ate tacos.
Stay by the module
and I got
sure
like
the reset sequence.
Like, I think they're called Mission. The brand is Mission. I usually get like the smaller street corn tortillas, but they only have the bigger ones. Like, they're pretty big. They're not like really big, but they're pretty big. I got those. I had literally probably bigger than last night. I don't regret a single thing. They were all really good. Maybe this time I'll like chop up some onions and instead of I cooked onions inside of the beef or excuse me brown turkey. So I think I'm gonna chop up some onions. Actually just have onions. I chopped up what is it lettuce. I got some iceberg lettuce. I usually use cilantro, but I think I prefer lettuce to my tacos than cilantro. Like cilantro, I mean, it has a nice taste to it, but it just doesn't give me that like watery lettucey crunch that I want in my tacos. Or that I'm accustomed to as an American, I guess. Probably gonna do today.
All site facilities are reset to default or under direct SHD control.
But
it's good to hear. The comms are coming online and the True Sons are in the dark.
I've always created music.
Fluctuations in local power are detected. Communications facilities offline.
What the hell?
I'm seeing multiple hostiles on the roof. They're setting up EMP jammers around the radio mast.
Like it's always in.
Let's wait. It's trying to sabotage the mast. Like, without it, no one can broadcast from viewpoint. Agent, get to the roof. You gotta stop him from taking out the mast.
Like it'll just happen in a moment's notice. And then like you're called upon, and in that moment where you're called upon, you have to fulfill whatever your duty is. Like that's kind of like how making music works. And you're like, there's moments where I'm called upon to make a song, and like, you know, I'll make a song. Whether I'm actively going out of my way to book studio time or not, like, I'm called upon.
Take them out before the mast is destroyed.
And right now I haven't been called upon, so I have to wait until I am. And as soon as I am, I'll make music. That's why I'm like streaming so much. I'm just trying to like keep everything alive. And like this is like if I could like literally wake up in the morning, play the game, talk to like fans, friends and supporters about like the things that are going on, and just about just the things that we want to talk about for like half of the day.
System disrupted.
Or you know, probably from maybe like 10 a.m. probably like 5 p.m.
Structural integrity at
right?
75%.
And then from 5 p.m. to like
Agent, you've got to stop waiting. We need that radio mast.
I'm like
you won't be able to use your shade tech as long as that EMP
or
jammer is
performing
active.
live,
Take it
and
out.
maybe live streaming the entire process too. Like if I can do that, and then like after 10 p.m. it's just like my day is up to me. Like I can decide to either go to sleep or continue with music or continue with gaming, whatever I decide I want to do. And if I can monetize all of that and do it in a way where it entertains and educates people and provides positivity to people, like, you know, and like sets them on the right path, because like if I can do that, like that's my perfect life. And that's my perfect life. Like I wake up, I probably work out too, like not probably, definitely, but I wake up, I work out from probably like because I actually wake up at like 7 or 8. So I wake up 7 or 8, work out until probably about 10 or 11, hop on the game from 10 to about 5 p.m. Or maybe less depending on playing. And then I'm making music and like performing live and maybe like interacting with other like of my peers and stuff. Like until it's time to go to bed, and then when it's time to go to bed, I can either go to bed or play the game again, and maybe get back in the studio and make money doing all of that. Like that would be literally my perfect life. Like that would be my perfect life.
Watch that
would
movement.
be the perfect life.
System activated.
So that's why I'm kind of trying to get a set on all of it. Like I already have a pretty extensive music catalog. I'm pretty well known in my local
system,
like scene, and you know the people that know me, like who know of Only Got Dope, they know of Only Got Dope, and they're pretty supportive. And, you know, I love them, they love me and stuff. So in the moments where music isn't immediately like my calling, it doesn't feel like it's immediately my calling, it only makes sense to try to
25%.
The radio mask
focus on the other
can't
parts
take another hit.
And that would be the live streaming and the gaming
System back online
and whatnot. So
system disrupted.
that's why I try so hard to like make it like work.
Electromagnetic charge
depleted. I didn't even see him behind me doing all that. That's why I try so hard to like make this all like work. It's really important to me. Definitely, like my goal is to like. And I don't even need like I mean I don't know how much like viewers I would need to make a living off of this. I think I would need at least probably maybe 20,000 viewers maybe or that area like per stream. But I know that's not like that's how much I would need if I only stream. But if I didn't only stream, I probably would only need like 10,000 viewers per stream. I think I can do that. I'm gonna just say it one more time. Like my ultimate life would be to wake up in the morning, 7 a.m., work out. It's about 10 a.m. From 10 a.m. to maybe 4 or 5 p.m. I'm playing the game and live streaming me playing the game. And doing that, I'm not only playing the game, but I'm like talking about current events and about my ideas and my opinions on things. And maybe I'm also playing competitively because I used to play Call of Duty competitively. Maybe I'm competing as well. It's just I would find it hard probably to compete at the same time. But you know, whether I'm competing or playing competitively doesn't matter. I'm just playing the game and I'm monetizing it and I'm live streaming it until about 5 p.m. And once 5 p.m. hits, once it starts during winter time, I'll switch over to the studio. And sometimes I'll live stream the studio, sometimes I won't. But I'll pretty much be in the studio with all my creative users and all my creative partners and whatnot. Even though I don't really have creative partners outside of like maybe some engineers and producers that I work with. But I normally record music like by myself alone. I only very recently started working with other engineers.
True Sun's just lost a powerful tool
then I
for
would
coordinating
record
their troops
music
and
and like do
spouting
the
their
whole studio
horseshit.
life thing.
Once we get the radio master
live,
prepared and operational, we can extend the reach of our own broadcasts.
From fucking 5 p.m. to like 10 p.m., like 5 hours in the stew. And at that point, depending on how the studio is going, I can either decide to call it quits, go to sleep for the night, or continue the studio session. Or I could just go back to the crib, play the game. Maybe the new Call of Duty's out and I want to play zombies all night. And like, I just do that and like I just kick it with you guys and talk and bring positive energy and positive messages and just kind of help guide everyone through like tumultuous times and whatnot. Like that would be my ultimate goal, but it's definitely a lot harder than it sounds and easier said than done, that's for sure. But that's definitely like my ultimate plan, like being able to monetize just my existence, like just being able to just wake up, and from the moment that I wake up till I go to sleep, I can pretty much just monetize that existence, either by like allowing you guys to peek into it, or by creating content from it, or just maybe by just, residual income from my existence, maybe, the residuals of something I've already done, just allowing me to just exist. That's definitely the goal. That's what I get up and what I do this for. Like the harmonious unification of all of my talents and all of my endeavors in a monetary in a way that brings monetary value, like great monetary value. That is the plan, guys, ladies and gentlemen. That's the plan. That is the plan. Give me one second. Let me just check and see what my son is doing, and I'm also gonna get some more coffee. What are you doing, buddy? Oh, he's in the room. In the room, a little bit. No better feel. I don't know. I'm not sure. All right. Hopefully you were able to hear me. But I gotta remember to donate this stuff. So let me go and mark all this for donation. Let me do that now because I did just get a lot of stuff. Mark for donation. Mark for donation. This shotgun is actually the only shotgun I've seen that's close to some of mine. Same RPM though, it's just a different mag size. I can mark that for donation. Mark for donation, even though there's some strong damage on that SMG. Mark for donation, mark for donation, mark for donation, mark for donation. Even though this right here, let me actually not mark that from donation. That might be something right there. What's the magazine capacity increased by 20%? Headshots grant same status effect damage. We can mark that for donation. This right here might rival, well actually it doesn't rival my current weapon. My current weapon is stronger than that. And it's the same pretty much, even though this isn't my current weapon, it is actually my current weapon. And it's the same rate of fire, same magazine. There would be really no reason to use this. So we're gonna mark that for whatever. This I might keep, even though it's 189, it's pretty low compared to what I got. It is. And the rate of fire isn't much better. 387, what am I at over here? 290, so it actually is 100 higher. So we're gonna keep this. I think this would probably be damn near automatic. But the rest, mark for donation. What is this, an assault rifle? Yeah. This is also an LMG. Mark for donation, mark for donation. It actually isn't as strong as I thought it was. Mark for donation. Alright. So we're gonna mark these for donation. We're gonna mark all of these for donation too. I might mark a bunch of the maybe I'll keep this one. I gotta get that coffee off the pot. It's on the stove. It's gonna get hot real fast. Let me go grab it. 1 second. I don't want to burn it. Hold on 1 second. I'll be right back. I gotta use the bathroom. 1 second. My dear, you can't be putting everything in your mouth, bro. It's okay. It's okay. It's alright. I didn't even say nothing to you. I didn't even say a word to you. Oh, put on these pants. You might be a little cold. Alright, what was I saying before I was rudely interrupted by the cutest thing in the world? What was I talking about? I don't even remember. I truly do not remember. I was talking about these guns and stuff. Hot chocolate in the coffee. I'm a real baller. Chilling and you know I don't got a mother daughter. I got a son, not a daughter. Alright, what is going on over here? I need to resupply that one control point. So I'm just gonna wait that out, and I'm gonna just focus on something else. We'll do that later. Visualize name hyenas. We can do this. Let's track that on screen because we could do that. I can do the summit floors one too as well. The donate. Am I at a settlement right now? Because I can donate the things online. But we could just go to a settlement. Actually, I think I'm gonna go here. What's in this black tusk? And what's the project that I'm tracking? Actually, I don't have to do anything to the Black Tusk according to this, so there would be no point for me to go there. I gotta do the hyenas, true sons, and the outcasts. So I gotta pretty much do bounties or take out like bosses in areas controlled by them. Hyenas and the outcasts. I think where am I actually? I'm right here. And this is controlled by the true sons. But I'm pretty sure I did everything here except for this. I guess I could do that, but it'll make more sense probably for me to just go up here. Who controls this? I think hyenas are in this area, pretty sure. Yeah, so it makes more sense to just go over here. Just do this. I'll get the hyenas, and then I could probably make my way over here, but I'm just gonna do this area. Let's just get this under control. Why is this glowing green? I know like this is not under attack, but it's like locked down. Like this whole area I want to like get in there and do stuff, but just no point. Like it's run by the Black Tusk. There's like I don't get anything as far as like progression wise. Even though none of this, all this progression I'm doing right now resets anyways. Like the only I didn't do this already. I definitely did this already. Like I did this last night, I'm pretty sure. I'm just not understanding. Oh, you know what? I did do it, but I didn't do the right one. So should I just do this real quick? Even though this mission was annoying as fuck. I'm gonna just do this, I think. Because it's a main mission, and I'm trying to... Technically, I got like 2 more main missions I have to do before I, like, beat the game. But... Like, there's a real intense narrative for this, but it's just so, like... It's not very fun, the narrative. So, I just skip all the freaking... all the cutscenes. Which is funny coming from me, because, like... I'm over here talking about, oh, fucking the new Skate game, it just needs a narrative. And I'm like the first person to skip cutscenes for shit that I don't care about. And I'm sure if Skate had a narrative and like heavy cutscenes, there would be so many people just skipping it. Hold on, I think my son turned off the TV. Let me turn it back on for him. I know. But I'm taking the broom. Enough of the... Alright, so we're gonna do that. We're gonna do this main mission. And we're gonna hopefully do it right this time. Do I really want to do that though? I don't, because this is not going to go anywhere. I'd rather do the, I don't even know why I'm so, like, hell-bent on doing these. They're going to switch in 12 hours anyways. This is a daily thing. I'm gonna do that mission. I am gonna do that. Even though I just did it last night. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait because I just literally. I think that mission was the last thing I did last night. But you have to like, you know how freaking these kind of games are. You're just constantly replaying a lot of the same missions. And what they'll do is they'll like update the mission so that there's different type of enemies in the missions, and like maybe you'll go into a different room or something. But to do that, like, you gotta go to the mission, like just like this one over here, actually. Like, I gotta go to the mission. It'll pop. It's probably not gonna pop up because these enemies are right here, but I'll show you.
I'll set up the turret now. What? Run away! Drink much more. Get out! No.
The right mission. So when I was looking at this, I got a whole square for the mission options, and then I gotta make sure I'm on the right mission. And this one doesn't have it, but you can like press square and then it'll switch the mission to like pretty much a totally different type of mission. Even though it's the same building, same place, it'll be a different mission. And last night I went to the place and did the mission, but I did the like regular mission. I didn't switch it to the other one. Which is mad confusing and annoying because there's a lot of like, I think there was one mission before I realized that. There was one mission that I had completed like 3 times in a row. And I thought the game was glitching. Why isn't it saying that I've completed like the mission? Like, why is it still saying I have to go here and complete the mission? Because I didn't switch it to the one they were telling me to switch it to. Like, I was completing the mission, but I was completing like the original version of the mission. That's not like that big of a deal. Like, that's just like a user error. It's like whatever. Like, no big deal. But it is a little annoying. Alright, boys.
Reinforcements incoming.
I should actually maybe get Spider-Man 2. But I was gonna play it last night because I thought I still needed to get the platinum trophy for that, but I'm actually surprised I actually already got the platinum trophy for both the Spider-Man games. I think my proudest platinum trophy is
Heavily armored hostile detected.
The last of those. I'm pretty proud of those. I got a platinum Final Fantasy 14, 13, whichever one I got a platinum for that too. I got a platinum from the original Modern Warfare 2. That was really hard platinum again.
That does it!
that got me to Modern Warfare 2. Some of them were like unforgiving on veteran mode. You got a little bit of attitude, buddy. You gotta. Like, I don't gotta let you sit in my lap.
I'm going for the minigun.
Like, I don't gotta. You know what I mean? You get me? Another game I need to get that I really well, two games I need to get that I enjoyed one that I played the first of the God of War. Like I played the God of War, what, Ragnarok or whatever, or the original one, like the new franchise. And that's what it is. But I never played the newer one. I always wanted to play PS5 first, and same with Elden Ring. Like I played Elden Ring and like other people's careers, and I think they've been like I think Elden Ring was available on PlayStation. Like a lot of fun. Put that down. Stop. I need to like own that game and play it. I feel like I would have a lot of fun, but Elden Ring is one of those things where it's probably a lot more fun to play when the game goes out. Mainly because like you're kind of part of the discovery. Does that make sense? Whereas if I played it now, there probably isn't really much to discover that I couldn't just Google and find the answers to, or like I probably couldn't do something in that game and be able to confidently say I'm the first person to do it. Whereas I'm sure there's a lot of builds and a lot of just, you know, tactics in the game of Elden Ring that people could say, oh, I invented that, I created that build, I came up with the so-and-so build. I'm sure that adds a lot more to the experience of the game for like really diehard gamers than what I can get now. Stop it, at least. But I definitely still want to play that game. I would play it again if I get Platinum Trophy. The Elden Ring Platinum Trophy, like, that gotta look good on my resume. You're over here struggling with a dude and a baton. On drugs at that. Like a dude huffing Joker fucking gas and a baton. Over here struggling. Which reminds me, I didn't donate this stuff. I don't have to this yet, but what I do need to do is I need to go into here. I need to clear this stuff out. Because I have a lot of these. But the only way I can really clear these out successfully is I have to like go to my gears and mod them and see if I have anything better. 1383. I don't think I need to explain these things, but I don't think anyone really cares. So I can't. Oh, I can't donate these. That fucking sucks. It doesn't look like I can even donate these, but we'll see. I definitely gotta get rid of these. I got way too many of these. Okay, now what was it here and donate all junk? It's not doing anything though. I guess it's just donating it. Alright. I guess I just donated it. I'm not really sure. Or like I'm thinking I probably can't donate these to that. I can't. All right. So that's what that is. So let me deconstruct that. And I most likely can only donate like this stuff toward that, which would kind of make sense. Which is fine, 'cause I got a bunch of this stuff that I don't need anyways. I think I'm gonna get some out of my stash. I'm sure I got a lot of stuff in my stash that I do not need and I could donate toward my proficiency level. Maybe we can keep that actually. Do I have to mark it specifically for donation, I wonder, or does it not matter? I guess we'll find out in a second. I think I have to mark it specifically for donation. So all this stuff is still here, is it not? Actually, I don't think well, I probably have one of those in my stash already. Alright. Not lose focus. Let's not lose focus. Mark for donation, mark for donation. We'll mark that as favorite. I'm pretty sure I have one of these already. I wish it would just flat out tell you when you have one of these like in your stash or something. Even though I know the stats would be a little different, it still would be more beneficial to me if it told me how many I had. It didn't donate anything. Even the ones that I already had marked for donation, it just didn't donate. So maybe, I don't know. This one's the worst out of them all. Alright, do I have to be, like, is it only donating the junk from that like thing, because it's not donating anything. Like, I know for a fact it's not. And it would be so stupid if I had to like hover over each one. But none of these things that I just marked for donation have been donated. Otherwise it would have said something. Okay, so that's not working. Hold on one second. I'm gonna move the camera so I can see what it says at the bottom right. Give me. All right. I'm so confused. Like, why didn't it donate the junk? What's the matter, Zadir? Okay. What's the matter? You want to get on my lap again? But you just got off my lap. Okay. I gotta watch a video on this. Let's see.
Question, how do you get your expertise level up fast? And what's the best way to do it? What are the best ways to get this done? So let's talk about it and let's get right into it. So the first thing you guys want to do is head over to your recalibration station, right? And we have our expertise tab. So if you go through it, you can see we have all the weapons. I have 6 of 27 proficient. For assault rifles, we have 25 of 42. We have some of the named ones. You also have your specializations. You have your skills. You have your brand sets and your gear sets. Now, one thing I will tell you is your gear sets, your brand sets, your weapons, and your named items will be the ones that probably go the fastest. The ones that are the slowest are going to be your specializations and obviously your skills. Now, the only way to get these proficient is by either using them, right? So you either equip them on your builds and display, or you donate materials. So if you click on this, we click on donate materials. And typically a lot of people like doing the printer filaments because you can deconstruct mods and you can get those, or they like donating your receiver components or your protective fabric if you guys play a lot of countdown, because you'll be deconstructing a lot. So those I would recommend being last, because as you guys are leveling other stuff, just start playing with them. As you can see, I got my minigun done, but I still have a ton to go on the other ones. But your specializations and your skills will most likely be the ones that take the longest, and then any like kind of raid exclusive or legendary weapon or exotics, right? Those exotics will take the longest too. So let's talk about how to get your initial big chunk of XP. Well, it's going to be really donating weapons. Weapons will be the first way for you guys to get a ton of expertise right off the bat. So what I recommend is you can either just play the open world and farm like wherever there's like marksman rifles, pistols. You can also do any missions. But in reality, the best way to really knock that out, if you want to just focus on your expertise, is really play countdown. So you can go to select targeted loot, then you can select each weapon type. Now, what I recommend is just selecting one, and then once you get a lot of them done, then go to the next one, then go to the next one, then go to the next one. That's what I kind of did to get my initial chunk, is playing that, right? Like, so you can just play countdown, do pistols, and then when you get a lot of these proficient, well, then you can stop, right? And then you could just do that with every single weapon, and then as you get that big initial chunk, you'll be there. You can also do that with all the brand sets and all the gear sets. Remember, you can also use the gear sets, right? So if we go here, you can see I have a 4-piece hot
This dude's video is terrible. It's not explaining shit. Like, it's actually not explaining a damn thing. Tutorial. XP allows you to upgrade the main state of your weapon gear. Reaching position rank 2 on upgrade rest of material. Even this right here, even this in-game explanation doesn't explain how to level your expertise level. Increase your expertise level by gaining proficiency ranks on items. Oh. Okay, so the way for me to increase my expertise level is to pretty much use different weapons. That's pretty much what I gotta do. So yeah. Okay. Okay, so that explains why I've been stuck at expertise level 1 for so long. Okay, so I gotta use different weapons. So I'm gonna start, I guess I could, but what do they mean donating weapons? What does that fucking mean then? I'm just gonna deconstruct all this stuff. And what am I not proficient with yet? Am I proficient with this sniper? Let me see. Mine is called the White Death. Here it is. I'm almost proficient with it. Oh, I could have donated junk. What? Now it's letting me donate junk, but I can only donate, I guess, weapons in that same category? I'm so confused. I could have donated junk toward the weapon, but I guess I can only do it toward weapons that aren't proficient already. So I could donate junk. Hold on. So I could donate junk toward the proficiency of the weapon. Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna just switch over to the sniper. We're gonna do the sniper for a bit. And we'll do, deconstruct all of this stuff, bro. I gotta like go by. Oh my god. Is that deer? Stop. Damn. You really almost dropped that right on my foot too. You got the nerve to act like somebody hurting you. You really almost took my whole foot off. Just keep breaking this guitar. Alright, whatever. I probably could have donated that toward the proficiency of the sniper rifle. But I also have things in my inventory, but also I think it has to be a marksman rifle though. Which is why he's telling me to switch my loot stuff to, alright, so I think I understand it. I think I get it now. I'm gonna use that shotgun and the sniper. I've been meaning to use a shotgun anyways. The shotgun immediately kills them with melee. I've been meaning to try that out. Sounds like it'd be mad useful and OP. Alright, so we got an understanding of that now. Sorry that took so long. So I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing because this area is controlled by hyenas, so it benefits me to just keep doing what I'm doing. Do I want to go there? Should I just do these two? Maybe I'll do these two. Why not? Why not, chat? Why not? I'm about to put on a podcast for them in the background, so you guys might hear some extra chatter in the background. But I need something to listen to. This is literally like the best game to like, or one of the best games to just like play some content in the background, like something you could listen to, like a audio book or a podcast or whatever. You just let that go in the background and you just play. Because it's just mindless, like, not mindless grunt work. It's not that, but like all these things that I have to do, like neutralize the hyenas, like it's all arbitrary. It doesn't really matter. It switches each day. Like there's no real reward. Like I don't even know what the reward for this mission is. I'm just doing the mission just to check a box. Like that's literally it. Like the reward for me is optimizing my build, and the only way I can do that is by getting resources and materials and weapons and whatnot, and I get those things by playing the game. So it just makes more sense to me if I'm gonna just play the game instead of randomly, aimlessly doing missions. I should at least do missions congruent with the actual like projects and the actual challenges that I have to beat, because it just makes more sense. That's how you like play as a completionist. Like that's how you get a platinum trophy. Like if you just play the game in a way where like, okay, I have to just play this game. So if I just play it in a way where like the natural circumstance of me playing will also satisfy the conditions of other challenges and whatnot. Like I could easily just run around aimlessly, not even aimlessly, but like, you know, I have a goal set. My goal is to optimize my weapon just to learn the expertise thing a little better, increase my expertise. That's my goal. And the only way to generally do that is to play the game. But of course I have to play the game with like that specific goal in mind. But I could play the game with that specific goal in mind, or I could play the game with that specific goal in mind congruent to other challenges within the game. That to me makes more sense because, you know, I could kind of do 2 birds, 1 stone, 3 birds, 1 stone type of thing. This shotgun is definitely how I use it. I try to make it as strong as my actual shotgun because I really like the idea. The reason why my actual shotgun is so strong is like the attributes on it are set so that I think when I shoot at someone, if all 4 of the pellets, or if 4 of the pellets, I don't know, something happens when I shoot at someone really close range that increases, it not only increases the damage of my weapon, but it also staggers my opponents, my actual shotgun. Somebody comes in, let me see, let me just knock him out, let me just knock him right out. Boom, knock him right the fuck out. See, that's convenient, because if I'm ever overwhelmed, or not even overwhelmed, I can easily just run what? To the melee? I wonder if it's still kind of private still, but kind of OP if I could just...
Armor gonna save you, huh?
Maybe.
Don't...
Yeah, go on, knock him right out. Word. That's cool. I fuck with it. I'm gonna probably get some more coffee or something. But yeah, this game, I like that I can do that. Like, I could
detecting additional hostile contacts.
These goals. Like, I don't have to, like, once I understand the mechanics of the game, I don't want to say I can mindlessly make my way through it. That's not
in location guarded by hostiles.
But I don't have to, like, when you play Warzone, you have to, like, when you want to be exactly number 4,
serious trauma detected. Agent down.
You have to, like, give all your attention to Warzone. You can't really, especially because you're playing against actual players. That's probably why. If I was playing against actual players, I would have to like nothing. But you can't really listen to a podcast per se playing Warzone because you want to listen to fucking footsteps and shit. Okay, where's the gear cache? It's over here. It's in the 6-9.
Leave the U.S. and start. You know, it seems like you base yourself in the Dominican Republic for a while. That's what it was? Yeah, like that. Well, it seemed like you were out there working with artists and
that's like when niggas go fuck bitches in Medellin. They left the country, no, they fucking bitches.
It just seemed like you were out there a lot.
Yeah, I was fucking a bitch out there. Like.
Okay, fair enough. On October 15th, you got arrested in Sanchez, Dominican Republic on suspicion of assaulting 2 music producers.
Yeah.
What happened to that situation?
I don't know. I think that shit ongoing.
Okay. Then,
busy.
Your girlfriend, Yalin Lamas, was arrested of aggravated battery with a deadly weapon, just in retaliation to an assault outside of your home, where I guess she messed up your car.
Hostiles guarding location nearby.
She got booked, released on $9,000 bail. What exactly happened with that whole situation?
Some bullshit, you know, like couple shit. That shit.
Right, because then on January 2024, it's all going? Okay, fair enough. Yeah, if it's all going, if it's all going, it's all going.
I see them moving on you.
Listen, I don't want to...
What?
Incoming hostiles detected.
Because then, on January You've been arrested on charges of domestic violence. Same overall situation.
Yeah, you right.
Access key detected.
Bro, that's bullshit, because I definitely just hit that guy, and it didn't one-shot him, and he wasn't elite.
Okay.
He was a regular player.
Okay, because...
See, that's that always online bullshit.
If this is at all...
He's no elite. See, that's what I'm talking about. Like, this gun would be great, but I already had a feeling. That, like, the connection would probably, like, interfere with the performance of this weapon. But, I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that guy was not elite, and I hit him with my weapon, and he did not die. He was supposed to just immediately die, so I'm not really sure what's up with that.
Terms of your supervised release, which was 6 months away from actually ending.
Yeah, in April.
Yeah, they said that you left the state to go to Las Vegas without permission, showed up an hour late for court, and tested positive for meth twice.
Yeah, I'm a meth head, I guess.
Can you talk about that?
That shit is crazy.
Can you talk about that?
Yeah, I'll talk about it.
Okay.
So remember, I went to jail and I served 45 days. That's when I was locked up with Diddy. I fucking came home to 90 days. Mind you, I went to Las Vegas September 7th, I believe, to perform at the T-Mobile Arena with a group of females. I'm gonna go.
Or maybe I can, maybe it like resets. Maybe I can only do a certain, like, if I hit one person, maybe I have to wait before I could hit someone else. Let me see.
I took my probation, but they said they never said yes. So I notified them, but they never gave me the okay.
So you went anyways without getting confirmation?
Yeah, because I
Literally says melee, oh, cooldown 15 seconds, okay. So after I kill someone, I can only do it per every 15 seconds. That makes sense, okay. I gotta say, because you could really just run around and just melee. My other shotgun, like, is a one-shot kill against non-elite enemies, so, and there's no cooldown on that, as long as I don't miss the pellets. So in theory, my other shotgun's a lot better, because I could just bink, 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 until I gotta reload.
I see what you're saying. It tested positive, but it wasn't meth, it was Adderall.
This fight isn't about saving America. Just take a ride to the fucking city. Let's go to the field campaign. The country died 7 months ago. Start thinking about what you're doing out of this. This fucker's dead.
Friendly combatants nearby.
The hyenas are the fittest. We are kings and queens of this new jungle.
I'll go to jail. What's today? 15?
What obligation?
No, I'm talking about like our interaction. Okay. Interaction. Yeah. What's today? 13? 15?
Yeah.
Huh?
15.
Today's September 15. In 10 days, I might be back up and going with Diddy. They're gonna be like, yo, you spoke on that. You know what I mean?
Access key detected. Friendly combatants detected. Progress halted. Manual override required.
Come on, give me a little peek. Just, I should have missed.
society. But look where we are now. This is our city, and we're not letting anyone take it away from us.
So I think I can donate guns of the same class as junk to the proficiency of that gun, and that will inadvertently increase my expertise level, because the more proficiency I reach, the higher my expertise level goes. And it's so low that I've been using the same like 4 guns.
Friendly combatants nearby. Manual override required.
Attention, all those who are sick, tired, hungry. This is your
6ix9ine
new
is a
favorite
pretty
DJ,
pretty funny interviewer.
South from the South.
I don't really got much to say about him though, as far as like the whole situation. I don't care. I'm not a street dude like that. Like, I understand. Like, what I will say is, like, the whole no snitching thing, like, the same people who will like pass down the theology of the no snitching gangster, like the same person who would pass down that idea would also get into an interrogation room and then snitch. And like, we've literally seen it firsthand with cases like, you know, I hate to say it, but like Young Thug, even though, you know, we've seen it. Like, people want you to believe so bad that you're supposed to get in that room and just hold solid, but that only ever works if everyone does it. And 9 times out of 10, everyone is not gonna do it. So usually the person who decides to preserve themselves first is the person who comes out on top. Like, look at 6ix9ine. Like, people could say all they want, snitch all day, which is kind of funny because the whole snitch accusations actually has gotten to him. You can hear it in his interviews that he wants to be accepted by people. He wants to be loved, but he wants to be loved by the culture, and they just refuse to accept him, even though other people like Young Thug have done pretty much the same thing, same with Gunna, whatever. I think the difference with 6ix9ine is because 6ix9ine, his entire brand of existence was really fell on this idea of him. So many people called that into question. More about his background was understood, which was the idea that, you know, he wasn't ever really a blood gang member. He, you know, that first music video that we ever saw 6ix9ine of, the one that like put him on the map, that music video, that was the first time he had ever met Shotty and those other blood gang members. So he wasn't really a gang member. He wasn't living that lifestyle. He was a good kid that worked at his family's bodega, you know, before all that happened. So once more people caught on to that idea, like, his identity and the preservation of his career became dependent on how well he could convince us that he was really this gangster who would never snitch, would never tell, and was going to ride for his homies. And we believed him because the music was good, so we believed him. And then, unfortunately, you know, a matter of circumstance, because I think he might have rode for his homies if the circumstances were different, but due to a matter of circumstances, mainly due to the very same homies just not really being homies, like actually looking to hurt 6ix9ine and doing things like sleeping with his baby mother, like, that circumstance makes it so that anybody in that position should and would snitch. However, 6ix9ine, because of the character he gave us, like, 6ix9ine was in a position where kind of no matter what, he could never snitch. He could never. Had 6ix9ine's music been a little different, or maybe had he been a little more honest in his music about the idea of, I don't really know these guys, I just met them, but I'm going to be as loyal to them as they are to me. If he would have presented himself that way, instead of what he did present himself as, then we would probably be bumping 6ix9ine right now. But because of the circumstance of everything, he was placed as, like, this musical purgatory, where it's like people He's still widely known. Like, you can't really say his name in a room of hip-hop fans and have someone not know who he is. And it'll be that way probably for the next 2 or 3 years. But regardless of how much of his music we ignore, anytime he's like, I don't know why this boy does that. Like, he just, bro, please stop, please. Like, you're just coming in here to, what? No, I don't know what to tell you, man. You already ate a lot, you're just bored, so just figure it out. No, you can't get on my lap again. So you keep getting on my lap and then getting off.
I can take you.
I hate when you do that. You're just restless, bored, don't know what to do, so you gotta whine about it. But anyways, yeah. Because of the circumstance that 6ix9ine was in, he was in a position where no matter what, he just couldn't switch. And just who he was to the internet. Like, some people get placed in this box where, like, if they get labeled just one thing, if there's, like, validation to the label in any capacity, they will never be able to let down that label.
You're just a criminal.
Like, some people just fall into that category, unfortunately, and 6ix9ine fell into that category with the same thing. Like, he would have to make a really good hit song, but it can't be in the same frame as his previous music. Like, he can't make a hit song about being a drill gangster rapper. Like, it will never work. I don't know how good the song is, it will just never be accepted. But if he makes a really good song that, like, has nothing to do with that and is in English, then he'll succeed, I think. Because at the end of the day, this music stuff, like, no matter what you do, if your music is good enough, it'll, you know, it'll bleed through. It might not appear that way on Twitter, but in the real world, you know, when it comes down to the streams and your bank account, it'll be fine. But yeah. Yeah, you definitely could tell sometimes like really hurt about his position in hip hop right now. Like, he wants to be the guy on the top. Like, there was a point where 6ix9ine really was that guy. Like, he was him. Like, he was really that guy. Like, there was a point where he really was that guy. He fell so far from grace. And his fall from grace really wasn't his fault. Because he wasn't a gang member like that. So the things that Shotty and them did to get the feds on them, they had already been investigating Shotty for 2 years before 6ix9ine would do this thing. So 6ix9ine had nothing to do with any of that. So
vital signs critical.
He really just got involved with the wrong guy. Unfortunately. I mean, he definitely is innocent, I mean, but who knows how he would have turned out had it been someone different who gave him his chance. Even though Shotty and them didn't give him his chance, Shotty gave him his look. And not even his, like, 6ix9ine look, I mean, like, them giving him that gang member aura is what put him on everyone's radar. Even though Shotty and them, they were like destitute when 6ix9ine met them. Like, they didn't have any money or anything. They were, you know, street hustlers that weren't. It was a mutually harmonious situation. Everyone benefited from it. If anyone gets behind me, I'm just not fucked.
Hostile convoy detected.
I don't think 6ix9ine will ever really be the musical guy again. Mainly because I don't think 6ix9ine, like, I think 6ix9ine can make good music, he already has. I just don't think 6ix9ine can make good music in the hip-hop world outside of that gangster music he was making. Like, unless 6ix9ine completely does, like, he would have to do a 180 and come to complete acceptance with who he is and start making music about why he did, like, why exactly he did what he did, and start making music from the perspective of, hey kids, you don't always have to be loyal to what's not loyal to you. Like, if he makes music from that perspective, as like, yeah, I did what I did, but I do it again and maybe good, like, me in a situation where the people around me were choosing themselves. From that perspective, like, we could, I think, be really successful because it's just the perspective that not many can speak from. Like, it's a story that needs to be told, because a lot of people think that, like, loyalty just means loyal to a fault or loyal to your own detriment, and as you go older you realize that that's not what it means. So, like, you know, if you're a part of a gang and then your gang is like trying to kidnap you and fuck you with your mother and they're stealing money from you on the table and a third, and mind you, you just joined that gang, you know, 2 years after they got on the Fed's radar, and you guys get hit with a RICO case, now you have to stand tall on the actions that this gang was doing 2 years prior than you ever knew them. And on top of that, they're shitty people to you. It's like only an idiot would be loyal to that. Like, no one should be expected to be loyal in that situation, but the quote-unquote streets, or rather, people who aren't from the streets, using the internet to, like, cosplay as someone from the streets, like, those people would have you believe that, no, you can't snitch, you gotta be loyal to the foil no matter what happens, you gotta, it's you gotta, you know. Like, no, bro, life isn't like that. Like, life isn't like that. When you're in those cups, behind those walls, and there's absolutely no chance of you escaping, and the choice is stand tall or not, it really helps
detecting
if
additional
the people you're
hostile
standing tall
contacts
with or for feel like you're people. Like, if they're people who you feel like have your best interest in mind. But if they don't, then why? First of all, why the fuck do these people just keep spawning? Like, dead ass. Like, they just keep spawning. Like, what the fuck is that about? I don't blame him for what he did. I mean, it's still his fault as far as who he chose to be around and how he chose to be in this situation. Like, you know, he still was going on drills and shooting at or having people get shot at and putting people's lives in danger. So at a point, he was that gangster rapper that he was trying to portray. And after a while, it was impossible for him not to be. So it's not all that he's not an innocent guy in this case. It's just no one with their own brain could look at what 6ix9ine did, or look at his situation, the situation that he was in, and tell him that he was then supposed to stand tall, and then go to jail with the same people who set up there and kidnapped him and fucked his baby mom and so many things. Like, he might not even made it out of jail if that's it. Like, he probably would have died in fucking jail. Like, he probably would have spent his entire 30 years existence in jail fucking being bitched by the same dudes who stood tall for it. You know? There's no reason for him to have been loyal to them at that point. That's another thing people don't understand. It's like, you gotta consider, like, you know, we go down for this, we stand tall together, now we gotta go all sit in jail together. You might not like these people that much. Like, you barely got along outside when y'all was free. Now you gotta jail together? Y'all might actually kill each other. I couldn't imagine.
Incoming hostiles detected.
Oh, these are the people, like, I'm looking at 30 years. These are the people I got to spend the next 30 years with. People who couldn't even have my back. Like, I mean, they had his back, I guess, but people who couldn't, like, I mean, there's a difference between having someone's back and, like, protecting your own self-interest. Like, if 6ix9ine were to get hurt, or if 6ix9ine were to be made to look
nearby,
pussy, like food, that would negatively affect the business for everyone involved. So at that point, you know, you shooting at Chief Keef or whoever in the name of 6ix9ine, you're not doing that because you have his best interest in mind and you're loyal to him. You're doing that for yourself. So, you know, so yeah, so it's like, in jail, that's why I'm gonna need you guys to have my back. Oh, I don't really have my back like that outside of that. All you gotta do is make some actually good music, like undeniably good, and has to have the right message too. Has to have the right message. We spend so much time making so much money providing the wrong message to the point where you literally had to, in real time, learn from the ways why the message you were portraying was the wrong message. And now it's like, okay, if you want to continue that success, it's not cut off from you. It's not, you know, dare I say, you know, you're closer to it than you've ever been because you've already done it. It's just you're not gonna get there again doing the same message. That's right up. You can probably get there again if you just change the message. Well, I don't know. Maybe 6ix9ine as a whole musically it's just a dried up fountain. Musically, I think speaking wise, or like, you know, reality TV wise, I think not anyone, but no one is gonna like. Very few people are gonna like turn off the TV or turn off the content because 6ix9ine is on the screen. And in my opinion, he's pretty entertaining. So I think we will see a lot of 6ix9ine for a while in a lot of different mediums. Okay, but what about this control point? It's telling me to defend it, but there's no one to defend it against. That's that always online shit, man. This game is bugging out because freaking just too much is going on at once. There's a freaking convoy that got, I think, stuck inside of my faction, which is in my infiltration thing, or maybe I see him. He's all over there. He's fucking just stuck over here. Yeah, just standing there. Fucking stupid. No, I gotta give water and stuff, but not here. I gotta do it, I think here, yeah. What's left in this area? Also, how close am I to completing this stuff? I need one more named hyena.
Supply room access unlocked.
If I go do this, it'll give me a bounty, or actually this one, right? Yeah. It'll give me a bounty, and then I'll be able to kill a named hyena. Where's the supply room? Isn't it like in here? Oh, it's upstairs. There's a lot of like new artists coming up right now. That's my biggest fear with music. It's already happening. It's just there's so much output of music that it's so hard to not get lost in the shuffle. Like it really sucks. Like I'm the prime example of it. Right? I don't know. But then again, everyone that I've found is amazing, so it's like, why am I even concerned about the music I'm unable to find if I'm unable to find it? That's like a tree falling in a forest somewhere, or somehow somewhere, and you're like, and you're mad concerned about it. It's like, it doesn't really affect me. What I don't know doesn't affect me. In the case of music, at least. Like in music I don't know doesn't affect me because I don't know it. I find this game is so much fun when you have like your group of dad friends. Like I'm the one dad that like gets to stay home all day because like my job or profession allows me to create and monetize what I do at home. And then like I got my dad friends and we all fucking, you know, they get off of work and I get ready for work and we're just winding down, sipping beers, fucking pretending to be these tactical fucking super soldiers or whatever. Something like this, but in like the world of Metal Gear would be fun, I think. It's just Metal Gear's mechanics or control scheme has always been a little like weird when it comes to like PvP combat, in my opinion. Like, it's just like weird. I don't know how to explain it. It's like weird. It just doesn't feel like survival, like looter shooter kind of version of it would be cool.
I can cover.
Detecting additional hostile contacts.
I just really like Metal Gear Solid 5. It's like some of the best Metal Gear gameplay ever. What the fuck did they do with the story, bro? Why is half the story not there? Why is the last person playing the first mission? Like, oh my god. Bro, I'm so mad. Like, Metal Gear Solid 4 is probably one of the best games. Definitely easily the best game of like, decade or whatever. Like, maybe one of the best games of all time. Like, I didn't even understand the complaints about the cutscenes. Like, okay, I do understand it because there were times in that game where I literally, like, were just so tired of the cutscenes. Like, I was so into the story, but the cutscenes were so long and so intense that I started skipping the cutscenes despite me wanting to know the story. Like, that definitely happened in Metal Gear Solid 4, like, for sure. But still, like, Metal Gear Solid 4 had such a great fucking story that it was worth it. Like, it literally is one of the greatest video game stories ever. Like, not like, I guess continuity wise and like maybe, but like, I'm saying that just as a fan of Metal Gear and that game, like, that story was literally like a movie, literally. So whoever complained to the point where Hideo Kojima released Metal Gear Solid 5 in the state that it is, it's like, bro, please don't ever complain again about anything. Like, imagine the game that Metal Gear Solid 5 would have been if it had the same amount of narrative and cutscenes, or at least 75% as the same narrative and cutscenes as Metal Gear Solid 4, it would be the perfect game. Literally, it'd be the perfect game. In my opinion. How far is this bounty? Hold up. Damn. I could jump up here too, buddy. I'm running like a bitch. I also have a platinum trophy. Do I have the platinum in Metal Gear Solid 4? I think I do have the platinum in Metal Gear Solid 4, but it's on my PS3, I believe. I definitely know that in Metal Gear Solid 4 I had the bandana and I had the invisibility cloak, which are both really hard to get, and I beat it on Big Boss Extreme Metal Gear Solid 4. So I don't think I got the platinum trophy. I think I just beat it on Big Boss Extreme. Challenge complete. I don't even know what the global modifier boost is. Like, I know that I see it, or I saw it on my screen on the left earlier, but I don't know how to increase it. I don't know what it is. I'm assuming it has something to do with maybe, like, I'm guessing, like, I don't know. I guess the difficulty increases the longer I play and complete objectives without dying. If I had to assume, that's what I would
Target is
assume.
near you, Agent.
So here comes the bounty. I'm probably gonna need my shield for this, honestly. Yeah, shield for sure. Sadir, stop. Sadir. It's okay, buddy. I said it's okay.
The division is over.
I think after I do this, I'm gonna make something, or make those tacos, and then probably play something else. So the stream is gonna end while I figure out what else to play. I'm either gonna play Warzone. I'll probably play Warzone, honestly. I haven't played that in a while, but I'm probably gonna play casual Warzone. I don't know. The one with the zombies.
Nice deal. Come on, you asshole. We'll let him get away.
Target neutralized. Good work.
Bro, you literally just ate too, so don't act like you're starving or nothing. I'm not really sure I'm supposed to go over there, but guess I'll just assume.
So fucking boring.
I'm gonna assume it's better. All this fog, this game gliding is terrible. They really got the bomb line.
That's your target.
Oh my god, peace and quiet for a moment. Oh, you're right here, chilling, buddy. Get behind some cover. What's that?
That's the target, Agent.
So everything's dead.
Don't do that fucking board.
I can cover you. This armor's done. Gonna drop you.
This too.
Vital signs critical. Agent out of action.
About that.
Hostile airburst seeker mine detected.
You got over too, huh?
You got the target. Nice. Thank you for keeping us safe, Agent.
Jeez, that was difficult. I mean, not really, but definitely difficult enough. How do I leave? I think I gotta take a fucking elevator or something. I think I gotta go through this one. Nope, wrong way. Tired. Okay. I should be able to exit from here, right? Please tell me I can just leave the building. Oh, nope. Gotta go upstairs just to get to the ground floor. This doesn't really make sense, but okay. Whatever. Just let me out of here, please. I don't want to die in this office space. Is this the office from The Office? See, The Last of Us got me fucked up. Because The Last of Us did that in one of its games where you go into a random office building and it's the setup from the TV show The Office, or the set. And you don't really realize because it's like dilapidated or decrepit or whatever. But it truly is the set from The Office. Okay. Okay, yeah, I'm definitely gonna hop off for a minute. I will be back on a different game. Thank you for tuning in. See you in a bit.